Good morning. It's Sunday, the 18th of April, and I just thought we'd have another trip out. And now it's a lot easier to go out and do videos, this sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to go to Huddersfield with this next one, and then from Huddersfield to Sheffield, and hopefully Sheffield to Kiveton Bridge or Kiveton Park. I'm going to go to the Rother Valley Country Park, fly the drone there if we can, and then probably get back on the train at Woodhouse, and we'll see where we go then. So. Not quite sure beyond Sheffield what we're going to do yet exactly, but we'll see. Anyway, the train's for Huddersfield's coming in now. So this is our service to Huddersfield. So yeah, Huddersfield to Sheffield is going to be another one of these. It might be a 6-car formation, but who knows. It's a diverted service from the Hope Valley. So we'll get on it at Huddersfield. It actually does stop at Huddersfield. It's not stopped to Sheffield by Hare Park. Okay, so let's get on this one. And get to Huddersfield. So we just left Cottingley, and we'll check the path as we usually do. What's that? Some kids playing football down
there. This is a service to
Huddersfield. This is other path.
The next stop will be Morley.
And where the new White Rose station is going to go eventually, as we've mentioned before. Did a video about this time last year, didn't we? Train and path and trains or something like that. Only a few minutes. Need to put the phone on charge now. Right, just leaving Batley. Keep meaning to bring the drone here sometime. Fly it around here quite easily. Fly from the car park, I would think. Service, Wigan service, possibly. Might do that one day. Dewsbury.
We'll shortly be arriving at Dewsbury. If you're leaving the train, take a moment to check you have everything with you. Don't forget any bags or cases in the luggage racks or under seats, and retain your tickets as they may be required if exiting this station.
Nicely on time. 12:04 from here. Right, we've made it to Huddersfield now on this train here. So let's get for the Sheffield service now. It should be platform 8. It says Sheffield on here now, doesn't it? 12:36. Interesting platform for a Sheffield service. Platform 8. Right, our next train is here, and this is a Transpennine service for a rather unusual destination from here, Sheffield. Is it a double? It is a double. I suspected it might be. Right, just leaving Huddersfield. Next stop is Sheffield via Wakefield, Kirkgate and Hare Park. Interesting route. I haven't done this before. I'm aware of. I don't think I have. Not on an ordinary train in here. I might have done a special. Some years ago. The Calder. And there's the signal with the indication on, so we shall cross over into the bi-directional very shortly. diversions. And there was some rumour at one point of the Huddersfield Manchester Piccadilly local service, the All Stations Stalybridge Huddersfield, that one being extended fast to Wakefield Kirkgate. But it hasn't happened yet. It'd be great if it does. It'd be very easy to change over some crews on them because you just change over at Wakefield Kirkgate from the depot at Crofton. Very easy. So that's where it just came from. Could do to fly the drone around here and get some shots before they modify it, because it's not going to be like this forever. I think the chances of them building a Thornhill Dewsbury South station now somewhere just up here is pretty slim if they rebuild Ravensthorpe. This is where I was thinking they could build that new station, but there's no chance now, do we? Just coming up to Wakefield Kirkgate now. So despite having to cross over to the fast line, we're now crossing back to the slow and back over to platform 3. So a bit of unnecessary point work there, I think, but anyway, now we're 7 minutes late. Yeah. The common sense factor is nice and low, I see. Straight through platform 3 without stopping. Well, I must admit a stop here would have been useful for some people. Not enough's made of that station in Kirkgate. Wish they'd sort this out as well and extend the platform right down to the end there. So it's the same route as the Grand Central, of course, until we get to Crofton West, when most go around via Pontefract, the Sun take our route that we're going to do onto Hare Park and towards South Kirby, where we'll then go towards Moorthorpe. No, it's gone off. We should have had a feather on that signal to take us over to Hare Park Junction. It's not the easiest piece of track to do, isn't this? Crofton West, Hare Park, and even less so in daylight. Expecting to go too fast here because obviously it's not a fast junction. Same at the other end. Oh, it's 55 in the middle though. Hopefully we'll get in front of a local Leeds, Moorthorpe, Sheffield stopping service. directions, like 20 miles an hour, you got 25. And a lot of freights have to do this, big long freight liners, and they have to crawl past this junction at 20 miles an hour. It takes them about 4 or 5 minutes to clear. Yeah, it's 20, look there. So needs to be improved as that. I think this is where Hare Park Station used to be, somewhere just about here. Now approaching South Kirby Junction. And there's one who's gone past the other side, obviously on the same diversion. So we'll go through Moorthorpe next. That is a line straight ahead to Doncaster and King's Cross. The S&K goes over the top. Just about here, there you are, that's the S&K from Pontefract's Bag Hill. So we're going to join that line now and enter Moorthorpe. Or pass through Moorthorpe, whichever you prefer. Shine as the Pontefract Bag Hill line, so somebody uses it quite a lot. It's not down the passenger service. So that's Moorthorpe. You can see they're waiting for the local Sheffield service, or probably just Meadow Hall. Actually, it might not be going to Sheffield, that one. I think it's only a certain number of services that are going into Sheffield because of the engineering work. Right, that's the line from Lincoln and Woodhouse, Kiveton, so that's where we're going to go back up that way when we come back out of Sheffield. Looks like it's recently been relayed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly be arriving into Sheffield. When you're leaving us here, please do make sure you have all your personal belongings with you and mind the gaps between the train and the platform edge. Once again, we are now arriving into Sheffield where this service terminates.
So it should be platform 1. Great rush because I don't think the one to Lincoln's actually gone in front of us yet. Cross it over. The Lincoln one is there, it's at 150. That was quick, wasn't it? Right, made it to Sheffield now on this one. So let's go over now to get on the Lincoln service. Right, well that wasn't the 150 that we needed. It's this one coming in now. So this is the train we need next. It's first stop Kiveton Bridge, so I might just jump off there actually rather than go to Kiveton Park. We'll see. Got time. Just left Sheffield now, and this is at Nunnery Mainline Junction. We're crossing over. So Wiggle Junction. It's not a flat diamond like it perhaps ought to be. Might pass one or two other trains on this line now between here and Woodhouse because they're diverting the cross countries on these Midlands services. Going up now to join the older line, the wooded line. That's the decar line there. It links on at Woodburn Junction. So that's the only surviving bit of wood end this side of the Pennines. Coming up to Darnell. Not stopping here. Or Woodhouse. For whatever reason. This is the least used station in South Yorkshire, Darnell. Just gone through Woodhouse, we're approaching Woodhouse Junction. This is where there's a right turn now down to the old road, and it's where some services are diverting cross country and East Midlands mostly. Sure whether or not the Leeds Nottinghams are going that way or not, but we'll have to check. So we're going to cross the old road very shortly now, a bit further up here. Plans for a station at Swallow Nest. Not that far from here. That's the old road now down there. So the freights go that way, mostly. Right, here we are. Okay, this is Kiveton Bridge. Okay, we've been here before, so it's not a new tick. This is leaving now for Lincoln. So that's an interesting route to Kiveton Bridge from Cottingley. Right, let's start View Ranger and we'll walk over to the Rother Valley Country Park and whatnot. Right, well, View Ranger's now running, so we'll walk over this bridge here to the station just there. That's looking towards Worksop and Lincoln. Bloody flies. Right, so left here now. Right, this is the next one now. Next path, we'll turn right here. And head down there. If I remember rightly, that's the way we came before down that way. We just did a short walk, but I didn't vlog it. Not with either the original Legria or the phone. I think I used the old Canon DSLR with the gimbal that I had at that time, which was pretty crap. So we didn't get to put anything like that on YouTube. Right, we've just come down this path here. If we'd walked it from Kiveton Park, we'd be using that path there. So just saved us a few minutes getting off at Kiveton Bridge. I know we got a ticket to Kiveton Park, but it doesn't matter really, so it's whatever. Yeah. So we'll keep going along here now, and we should come to the Rother Valley Country Park in the not too distant. Still not made my mind up actually whether we're going to go back in on the train to Sheffield or get on at Woodhouse and go back from there. We'll see. Nothing, as I say, set in stone yet. I didn't know this at the moment, but we actually had an old railway here. According to what the map says, it's dismantled railway, so it looks pretty like it is that, being fairly flat and in a low cutting. I bet 2 or 3 months ago this was absolutely just mud everywhere. It's dried out a lot, but there's obviously some bits here that haven't. Straight down here. Might sit down for a few minutes if I can find a chair, a bench or something like that. Any seating. I think it's going to open out a bit here now. I've been meaning to come to the Rother Valley Country Park for some time, but never actually done it. I can see the motor up there now. I'm going to head underneath that. Right, we've just gone slightly wrong here. I didn't think to check, but anyway, let's go up this bit of a path here and we'll turn left back onto where we should be. It's so annoying he's making a mistake like this, because view ranger obviously makes it look like it's gone the wrong way, which of course we have. Looking back, that couple just taken the same path we've just taken, but they're doing it presumably because they want to. Anyway, let's head up towards the motorway now. There's a bridge underneath somewhere, just slightly over to the left. We'll get there, I'm sure. That's where we've just come from, across there. It's really nice now, isn't it? Very light wind. Perfect drone flying weather. Anyway, we'll get the drone out a bit later, hopefully, and get some shots of the lakes at the Rother Valley Country Park. I was thinking of actually being sort of getting within junction 32, that triangular layout, but it's too far to the north. Must be 4 or 5 miles. It's halfway to Rotherham, so forget that. Anyway, there's a little underpass now here, little pedestrian tunnel under the motorway. So let's go through there to the opposite side. There's another path that goes up there as well, and down that way. We want to go no, bigger than a pedestrian underpass, it's a farm access as well. Bit cooler under here. I think it'll be to the right, but we'll see. It must be because that gate's locked. Yeah, it must be down to the right. It's locked. Well, is it locked? It's chained. It is chained up and it's locked. There's barbed wire on it. It must be down here now. This is fantastic. Look at the view. Incredible view. Right down here anyway. Right, we're on the west side of the motorway now, and that's going up there towards Leeds and the north and whatnot. So coming down here, there's a farm just up there on the right. So through this stile, where this gentleman's coming the other way. Afternoon. Right. A bike as well. Hiya. There's some lakes here, look at these. Oh, little bits of lakes, if you can call them, like ponds. There's another one a bit lower down. Doesn't look clean enough to swim in, doesn't this? But still, we can have a good look at it. Looks a little bit stagnant to me. But yeah, definitely man-made is this. Nice entrance that, isn't it? The reindeer, stags, or whatever they are. Brilliant. Need a phone box in the grounds. Right, let's keep going down here. And there's another lake as well, or duck pond. This is really nice here, isn't it? Look, I wonder who lives there. Summer was a fair few quid, it is, that's for sure. Look at a tennis court across there. Right, just come past these houses here, and this is a former canal. You can see where there's some locks here. So this is part of what was the Chesterfield Canal. It is. And where we're standing just here is like an overflow and a ford. There's no water going across at the moment because it's not rained for a month or so, not significantly anyway. You can see quite clearly the steps there, the locks. There's no gates, they've all rotted away. But yeah, this would have been a canal, and this is a bridge over it here. So we'll follow the canal now for a bit. Right, it looks like you can get down here and under this bridge. It's a bit rickety, but we can do it. Needs more silt than water there, I think. God, this is disgusting. This hasn't been used for years. Absolutely years. I'm not talking about the path, I'm talking about the canal. I don't think there are any boats down here for absolutely ages. Oh. Could have come down there. Anyway, never mind. We did the older route. Should be a bit easy to walk down here now. I think it might be dammed up further up here. One thing I forgot to mention actually about this canal is there's a long tunnel, possibly 2 to 3 miles long, further back. And I thought at first it was actually just a filled in section of the canal, but it wasn't. It was actually a tunnel, and it's quite a long one. If you look at the Chesterfield Canal on Wiki, you'll see that there was quite a long tunnel there. I can't remember what it was called, but there's more debris in the water than there isn't. It's only suitable for ducks and other waterfowl. Right, just come from round that corner just there, here, and you can see it looks like there was a bridge here, but it's been filled in under the road. Whether there was a lock on either side, I don't know. It says here Chesterfield Canal, doesn't it? But there's nothing to say. There's nothing like any means of getting from one side with a boat or like that. We're going straight across there now. Right, so it says Cuckoo Way. We're not going all the way to Chesterfield, it's 12 miles and more, so we'll Now this could be where the canal restarts here, but there's just nothing. There's just some rather large trees and other gubbins in the way. Yep, looks like it's drained here. You could probably stand down there and not get your feet wet. Not that we're going to do, we'll stay on here. Shouldn't be far of the country park now, should be within a mile. Oh, what a mess this is. Heck of a lot of work needs to do here to get this back in use. That's that other path that bloke walked with a dog. Anyway, let's go down here now. Right, there's some water in it here now. Just come through there. And yeah, it looks a bit more like a canal now, but heavily overgrown and silted up. Don't envy the people that's going to have to clear that out if they ever do. There's some motorbikes went past just a minute or two ago. I think they were down there on an adjacent path. Can just hear them. I had thought of getting the drone out just back yonder, just so I could see if I could see where I was going to walk, but with it being so enclosed in trees, it'd be a bit difficult. We go around in a sort of horseshoe shape now. This is absolutely brilliant here. A narrow gauge railway would be great here, wouldn't it? Literally, absolutely fantastic. Right, we're still on the canal towpath as it is. You can see there's just no canal here as such, and the view is fantastic just over these low hills. So we need to head over to the right now at the next available opportunity, which is just up ahead, I think. And then we'll see. You can see the lakes to the trees of the country park. So I think it's going to be probably down there. Is it? Yes, I think it will be. So it's just like a reversal. We'll go down here now. It's fairly well worn. This is so quaint. I don't want to snag anything. Ah, here we are, out into the open. Right, I suspect the water things are over there, the lakes and whatnot. Right, we've just come down this path here, and it says Chesterfield Canal up there, so that's where we've just come from. We'll just do a quick dog leg this way and right, and we should be able to get between the lakes. I think I should have brought the big rucksack here if you fancied a swim. But not sure whether it'd be swimmable or not. It might not be very deep, but we shall see. Why is that so wet? Doesn't make any sense, doesn't that? Anyway, let's go this way. See where it takes us. Right, wrong way yet again. Let's go down this one, This will take us between the lakes. I'm glad I haven't got my decent trainers on here. Right, we are now between the lakes. Might just fly the drone here. I think there's another bigger lake up there past that one. So let's get the drone out now and we'll have a little fly around with it, see what we can see. It's nice and open and fairly flat here. There's no pylons to worry about. sure which lake this is, but I think it's a sort of middle-sized one. It may have a name. Doesn't seem to be much activity here. A few people fishing down there, possibly. Another one over there somewhere. Or there was. Anyway, let's keep going round here. We need to get over that canal or canalised river to get to the other side where they're skiing, because you can quite see that from the drone shot. There's some water skiers. Right, we're going straight forward here, as good as now. And there's what we need to cross a river or canal, whatever it is, just over the past the sand trees. There's another path that curves around that way, but that's not really what we want. So looking back, I'll give you a full 360. I will. Afternoon. So down here, see if we can get across that old railway bridge. See what it goes down. Yeah, that's what we need to cross, that water there. Right, up here now and onto that. My word, I didn't fly the drone down here, and I perhaps ought to have done, didn't I? Check this out. And it looks like we can do it. It's fairly well worn. It's steep. But we can do this. Ooh, see ya! Oh, now then. Oh, another one there. I think that might be a little bit more official. Anyway, yeah, look. Actually, it doesn't go very deep, does it? Quite high up. I certainly wouldn't want to fall off there. You know, one of them's a Great Central. Not sure which it is. Right, I just come across the bridge there, and I thought of going down that, but that's a little bit like I might just slip and go completely base over apex. Let's keep going a little bit further. It doesn't look as if this has actually been disused all that long, actually. But because I think this is the railway that comes a bit further, nearer to Bayton Junction. Just south of Bayton Junction, there's like a bridge with no floor. And I think that's what this railway would be. Let's see if we can get down a little bit easier. Right, there's this bit of an underpass here. Yeah, if we can get down there, that'd be good. Ah, it's a bit easier, I think, is that. Yeah, there's the other line there, whichever that actually is. If I said this was the Great Central, to be that and vice versa, so I won't commit myself either way here. But we will go down there. Right, so that's where we just were, and I've come down here. No injuries. Success. Right, let's have a look through here now, because this is where we flew the drone, and there were some water skiers. They were. Whether we'll get to have a go, I doubt it, but might be just authorised persons only. But if there's a chance of a go at it, I might do that. Get this, eh? Oh my word. Hey, I wonder if we could have a go. I haven't got a wetsuit though, have we? This does look good. I bet there's a bit of a queue over there. Anyway, let's have a wander around this way now and see if we can... I might just walk down here, actually. A little nearer the... a little nearer the lake. This looks like serious fun. It does. You had to hang on for grim death onto that pulley. Yeah. Ooh, nearly. And this looks fairly clean, does this actually? Because obviously if people are, yeah, it's quite clean, is that? That's definitely swimmable. It is. I've just gone away from the water briefly, but we'll see if we can have a go. If we can, if it's not too expensive, I might just do that, but if it's ridiculous money, forget it, we'll just carry on. Hi. Only going to get one go around. We shall soon see. Right, let's see if we can do it, and if we can, how much it might cost. There's a lot of people here, and now we're sort of out of lockdown as it was, so let's inquire. Doesn't appear to be much of a queue, I don't think. Right, it's £28 a session for 2 hours, so it's a little bit expensive, but I mean 2 hours is quite a long time, so for someone like this. Anyway, we'll have a few minutes here and then we'll head on to Woodhouse, okay, and get the train from there, hopefully. nice little swim and a fly. So yes, very good, very nice. We'll walk round. Oh, hang on, that means going right round the... No, we'll walk round this side. Otherwise it means going all the way right back round where they were skiing. Or whatever. Waterboarding. We'll go this way. Right, that's where we just were, just down there. And whatever, you can see the pylons across there, which I had to get the drone over. So we're walking along this side now, down here. So I'll stay on this sort of eastern side of the lake, and then eventually we'll head over to Woodhouse. I won't use the tram. I had thought of using the tram system, South Yorkshire tram system back into Sheffield, but we'll walk to Woodhouse. Say it's paying another fare. Right. I wonder if you get an ice cream somewhere down here. I could just murder an ice cream now. Right, there's that island you could see from the drone in the middle. Flew it across there, didn't we? There's a lot of cars. Oh, there's an ice cream van up there. Let's head for that. I fancy an ice cream or a lolly or something like that. Oh, a lot of ducks here. And geese is that goose is giving us evil eye, innit? Yeah. Right, let's have an ice cream. Now if we come again we shall have to ride this. It's not open at the moment. It's probably because there's no one to staff it, or else it's probably something to do with the kung flu crap. But anyway. Yes, it looks quite good, does this? It looks like it goes around the back there in a sort of pear drop, I reckon. Yeah, there's a crossing there, look. I don't know what gauge it is. 7 1/4 to guess. That's my foot there, so yeah, I think it might be 7 1/4. That's what you usually get this sort of, that little play park railways. Right, well this is the northern terminus. I think it is. I think it will be, yeah, northern end of the lake. And it's called Pennine Way Station is this one. And it goes, it's like another dumbbell at this end, the balloon loop at each end, so there's no need to run round and reverse. Okay, so it goes right down there. Maybe about half a mile, at a guess. There's a play park here. Anyway, and let's head on down this way. And there's a little wooden train here, look at that. A little wooden train. Okay, so let's go out now. We'll go down to that gate down the far end. Then we'll head on towards Woodhouse. We're at the northern point now, just about, of the lakes here. So that's where you can just see where the train terminates over there, where those huts are. So, right, we'll keep going up here and we should come to Kiveton Junction shortly, or near there. There's a footpath over the main old road, another footpath, the same one, continues over the connection between Kiveton and Woodhouse Junction. Let's do it. Right, well let's kiss goodbye to the lakes now, because this is the last time we'll see them. Because we are going to go to the left here. This will take us to the foot crossings. One on the main old road and one on the connecting line. And there's an HST service to Edinburgh due fairly shortly. Not the easiest thing to do, is it? At least there's two of you. Right, up here. Oh, it's a footbridge is the first one. Right, now this is the old road. and that's the connection. That is Beaton Junction down there, or Beaton or Bayton, however you say it. And we can just get over to it. Another footpath. Oh, there are bridges. I thought there were foot crossings. Unless the map's a bit out of date. Right, this is the other footbridge now, which is on the connecting line. You might just see a northern service pass by shortly. Very sort of industrial smell. Just here. There is. That's the other bridge we just were. Oh, you can see, looks all in there. Metal recycling specialists. I bet there's a lot of activity here midweek. Wagons coming and going and all sorts. Yeah, I think we walk down there next. Let's have a wander up here. Another train coming up here. This is just for Sheffield, this one. So I've seen the last of drone footage for today because the battery's flat now, so I can't do any more. Yeah, we'll see, I might just possibly ride it if we can. We'll see. Right, anyway, let's get the drone and whatnot back in its box and then we'll head off. Right, we are now heading to Woodhouse. Okay, between the two footbridges there's a path up this way. Let's go this way. Obviously it'll come to a road of some sort because there's obviously wagons in and out of here fairly regular. So let's head up this way. Right, although there's a big skip there, we've actually just come around that gap there, so it's doable. And there's a level crossing here which looks like it's been recently modified. It does. And you want to go across it, and well, that's a sensor there, isn't it? I think that's looking south. You just see the bridge down there where we were just a few minutes ago. Right, we've just come down that way, and there's a footpath here. Okay, down there there's some geese and what is it now? Some kind of little small holding on a farm just here. I just thought I'd have a little nosy. And now we'll go down this path here. Quite why that's like that, I don't know. I mean, just a style would be easier, wouldn't it? Or would it? Oh, perhaps not. You have to climb over a stile, don't you? You can just squeeze through. It's just that that's a bit narrow at the top where your shoulders are. Or at least where my shoulders are. So it goes underneath that new flyover. Yeah, it's here. There it is. So look back. Right, so just straight up here now, alongside the old road. Well, this is fairly well signed as this. We've just come from down there, up there, and there's another path there, but we'll take this one. It's not much different. Just curves around a bit further up here to the right and joins the other path. It's only difference by about 100 yards, if that. The sun's going in a bit now because there's some cloud. So we've still got a good 3/4 of an hour to 50 minutes or so to get to Woodhouse. So yeah, we're going to go back by Sheffield and Huddersfield, the same as where we came, seeing as it is available and doable. The connections at Sheffield and Huddersfield again are quite good, so that is what we'll do if we can, if everything fits right time-wise. Looking back, just come through that gap there and we're walking down this path. Looks like it, I don't know, a golf course, but it's not. Anyway, over this bit of a bridge here for wooden sleepers. And up to the right now, up here. I always thought Woodhouse was a bit run down, but these houses look cock on. Just here they do. Onto the football field. Couldn't get much nicer than this, could you? Delightful. Right, so we just walked across the field there. I think we could have just come straight up this road actually, but since we've got time, I didn't see any point in rushing it. Right, this is Woodhouse. So you'll see when we get down there the junction, because there's the signals there with the feathers on. They must have re-signalled this not so long ago, because I'm sure last time we had a lot of semaphores. Right, it says all trains up there. Does that mean we've got to go over the footbridge to get to even just the Sheffield platform? I think it might be. Could be a Red X station. There's a siding here. Looks like it did actually have another platform at one time here. Yeah, that's is it green? It's green, but is there a feather on it or not? Oh, it's left. There's a left-hand indication's cleared. Oh, it could be an equal speed junction, I reckon. It could be. We'll soon find out. Right, well, that's the platform for Lincoln and Retford. Works up. And it looks like there's a ramp here, so it might be, yeah, you can see down there and up that way. So yeah, you've got step-free access to this side, but I don't think you've got unless there's some other access around there. Anyway, let's get down onto the Sheffield platform. So we have ticked this station before, but we didn't actually walk anywhere, not much beyond just the top of the road. At a guess, I'd say we've done about 8 to 9 miles. Let's see how accurate that guess is. Something's coming. It's a northern service, by the looks of it. Lincoln. Right, yes, it will be an equal speed junction, I reckon. Because I don't think it's going through a loop there. I don't think there's a main line on that one. I reckon the right-hand feathers for Kiveton Junction and Chesterfield Old Road, and what it just took there is the main line to Lincoln and Retford. Another diverted express. Right-hand feathers cleared for this, which is diverting, of course. Bristol TM. If this is on again, I might do it next time. Ride the diversion. Quarter of an hour, our train should be here. It's only a 2-car affair. And there's another one coming through now, northbound. If this stopped here, it could go straight to Leeds on it. Sadly, it's not going to do. Still, it's a Voyager. Yeah, Edinburgh. Into Sheffield for reversal and straight to Leeds and Edinburgh. Right, here is our train to Sheffield. Just a couple of stops to Sheffield. And then we get on the one to Huddersfield and Manchester Piccadilly, the diverted service, hopefully. So it's 195005. Pacer replacement. So this would put a bit of pacer about 2 years ago or so. Let's do it. Right, bye-bye Woodhouse. Darnell's next in Sheffield. We have to cut down a bit now because the battery's getting a bit low. Right, we're coming into Sheffield now. There's one going out there with lights on this side, obviously going around diversion again. So we should be going into platform 4. Looks like platform 5 is out of use. There's a stop board on it. The Transpennine service that we want isn't in yet. It's a little bit late. Right, ready to Sheffield on this one. There's something going... Oh, something moving there, but nothing that we need to worry about. Right, we need to get off to platform 1 now for the one to Manchester Piccadilly via Huddersfield. That's got a little A there, wherever that's going. Good signal. What A is for? Anyway, let's get over to platform 1. Right, that's that 150 that's just been shunted out, I think, there.
Please use all available doors to board your train and stand back to allow people to safely leave the train.
18:38, so it's going to be a little bit late, but if we miss the connection at Huddersfield, just go down to Leeds and come back. Right, off we go again. So we're doing the same diversion as what we did coming. Sheffield non-stop straight to Huddersfield via Moorthorpe and Air Park and Kirkgate. Last time we came down here, not that long ago, there was a fire up there somewhere. And somebody beat us with getting a drone to it. Approaching Meadowhall now, and I think that some of the turnbacks from like Huddersfield via Penistone and Leeds via Barnsley and whatever would have come down through platform 4 the wrong way and just gone down behind Brightside that was, then gone back. So that's the Barnsley line there. This is the main line. Most of the TPs quite often stop here on the Manchester to Cleethorpes service. Coming up to Hare Park Junction, where we're going to bear off to the right. A very slow junction. It's more akin to Grand Central is this, of course, now, but no, this is TPE. Unusual route for it, but it is. I don't think there's anything in the way. That is from where there's an overhead line that turned off at Crofton, went overhead down towards Sheffield, I think it was. Yeah, I think he's opened it up a bit now, looks like we've got the indication. As I say, it's a very slow junction, is this? It really does need to be speeded up to assist the freights that go this way as well, if nothing else. Right, it's gone back to red. It's been modernised as that signal since we used to do rail tours around here. With it only being a 20mph junction, I don't think they'll have flashing yellow lights for that. It's only when you get a junction of about 50 or above, I think, or 40, maybe it's certainly 40 and above, I would think. Right, that is the main line that goes down to Westgate and on to Leeds. There, doing exactly the same move. He's going a bit quicker than 20 miles an hour, I think. That, my word. Probably because he's late. To guess. Right, I have to admit, I would like to bring the drone here as a foot crossing, just there. It'll go underneath the Great Northern Main Line to Westgate. I would quite like to bring the drone here, I really would. See the main line across there? There's a viaduct in the distance. I'm going to leave that walk a bit later into the summer. Hopefully might get some warmer temperatures. Maybe to sunbathing near Fitzwilliam and Kingsley. That area. this end, I think, not much. And this is the Midland Main Line proper that we're going underneath now. A single track just to Monk Bretton. Such an embarrassment. There's a connection coming down here now from that route I just mentioned, the aforementioned Midland Main Line. And again, I wouldn't mind bringing the drone here actually as well, it'd be quite interesting. Could do that tomorrow possibly. Let's see. Look how high up that is there now. It gradually reduces to come level with those, and I'm not so sure there'll be much of a shine on it. It looks like there might be a bit, so something must be using that. Dropping his anchors. Hey, there's a fair shine on that. That's incredible. I've never seen that so shiny. This hideous 20 mile an hour restriction. It wasn't like this many years ago, I'm sure it wasn't. It's been like this for years though. It has. I'm going back to when I was at school or just after, when we first did a diversion over here in 1989. I'm sure they came up here a lot faster than 20 mile an hour. It's because of this bridge, I think it's knackered. Right, just coming down to Wakefield Kirkgate. See if we do the non-platform line. It's gone back to red again. We're right at the rear, we're front of the rear, we're at the rear of the front unit. So we'll see. There's no need for us to cross over because I said we're not stopping. And I don't think we are crossing over because we would have done it by now. So non-platform line it is. Yep, it is the non-platform line. We've got a main line straight ahead. There used to be an odd Grand Central service did this when it didn't call it Kirkgate because there was a unit stood in platform 3 when it was due to pass through, so it couldn't call. I know, crazy. But anyway, it was sorted fairly quickly, was that. Right, so that's Wakefield Kirkgate. You can just see we're on the far side of 3. As yet there's no platform 4. Right, I can see the line through Dewsbury back up there, which is where we're going to go next, back home. The battery really is getting low now, so we'll have to call it a day on Huddersfield. So we're bound to go straight up the slow line here through platform 3 at Murfield. So it's supposedly 60 miles an hour, but with the drone it looked like it was actually a smoother platform line, smoother line to go through than the main line through too. It did this, so we'll see how fast we get through it. So this is the River Calder again from the other side. Walk down there. Sure we're doing 60, but anyway, here we are. This is Murfield. Obviously we're not stopping here now this time. Right, here we are, Huddersfield, so we'll just switch over to platform 6 I imagine for the local service back home to Cottingley. I shall have to end the video here now anyway, it won't go all the way back to Cottingley. It's only about 7% now, so we haven't got time for a pizza either this time. We have 10 minutes. Haven't got time to walk down to Centros, let alone wait for the cook one. That's our train over there. Northern one here for Leeds via Halifax and Bradford. Huddersfield, so there's one just going in front, that's why they got a yellow. And let's go to platform 6 for the Leeds service. It's our next train here now, the 1949 to Leeds, Old Shacks. Retford Central services on the left. As soon as that goes, we'll be heading off. So let's get on this one, head home. Right, that's it for today now, so just straight back to Cottingley on this one, and see you next video. Okay, the battery is just about to go now, so yeah, we'll have to cut the video here. So cue music and see you in the next video. Bye for now.